Thanks for clicking. Real estate agents have been caught on camera facilitating mortgage fraud, according to a new marketplace investigation by CBC.
Real estate agents telling home buyers to fake what they make and what they can afford.
Indeed, as real estate prices have surged over the past few years and mortgage qualification standards have increased, the CBC investigation uncovered a network of real estate agents, mortgage agents, and bank representatives, all engaging in mortgage fraud. Given that Canada's housing affordability is at an all-time low, with many first-time homebuyers being pushed out of the market over the past few years, news that we're not all playing by the same rules is of obvious concern. So what I want to do today is go over the marketplace investigation, look at how the realtors in question facilitated the mortgage fraud, look at how the mortgage reps, agents, and banks helped to perpetuate the fraud, look at how rampant mortgage fraud is in Canada's real estate industry, and then discuss some consequences for the industry as a whole. We have a big week next week with Canada's inflation data due out next Wednesday, which will obviously have a big impact on interest rates and the real estate market here in Canada. We'll obviously have an update out on that data on this channel. Click like and subscribe if you want to get those updates, but for now, let's get into this marketplace report. Onto the investigation. Marketplace started with the real estate agents, sending undercover home buyers to 10 different agents working for a brokerage that was already under suspicion of engaging in mortgage fraud. The home buyers told each agent that they had 20% down, but they couldn't prove their income, that they had largely cash income and weren't sure if they could qualify for a mortgage. Undeclared income, cash income, income that is not on the tax returns, is a non-starter. It's a deal breaker with lenders, with the prime lenders that offer the prime rates. However, 6 of the 10 real estate agents contacted by Marketplace indicated that they would be able to help with the documents. They would be able to connect them with somebody that could forge the documents for them, provide them with counterfeit documents. Some of the agents said they could just make up the income.
They will make like he's on the payroll.
And another agent said that they can compile documents which will reflect whatever income is needed to purchase the home.
They will do some documentation showing that you guys are making more, and they'll get you qualified.
But it wasn't just real estate agents that CBC contacted to see the extent to which mortgage fraud is occurring. The investigation cold called 25 mortgage brokers or agents in Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, the GTA, and Montreal. And a majority of the agents or brokers that were contacted by CBC refused to help perpetuate fraud.
You wanna go to jail for me?
Yeah, no.
So why would I do it for you?
Well, this was definitely satisfying to see, coming from my perspective. Not so satisfying was the 1 in 5 brokers or agents that were willing to commit mortgage fraud for a price.
1 in 5 say yes, but the language can be coded.
One of the agents that were contacted said that they could help with the mortgage fraud and their team would charge $3,000, whereas they would charge 1% for connecting the buyers with the team.
He will ask for about $3,000. He himself will get 1%.
So a 1% fee for the mortgage agent submitting the tampered documents, submitting the fake documents to the lender. According to CMHC, the average mortgage amount in the second quarter of 2022 was nearly $375,000. So that would be almost $3,800 in fees that the mortgage agent is collecting, in addition to the amount of money that the bank is paying that mortgage agent to ensure there is no fraud.
Yes, money well spent.
In addition to the real estate agents and the mortgage agents committing outright fraud in the mortgage industry, the investigation also found the big banks complicit, not complicit, outright intentionally committing mortgage fraud. The investigation found one couple who was in contact with Scotiabank, and a representative there wanted to charge them $5,000. Did charge them $5,000 for creating fake employment records for them to get a mortgage from Scotiabank.
Found fake profiles on their Scotiabank account, created, they believe, by a Scotiabank employee who charged them $5,000.
Scotiabank has since refunded the $5,000 the couple initially paid, and that advisor no longer works at the bank.
Your generosity is extraordinary.
So, yeah, real estate agents, mortgage brokers, and bank representatives, all complicit, all intentionally committing mortgage fraud, according to this investigation. But how rampant is it? Well, the investigation found that 6 of 10 real estate agents that were contacted were willing to commit mortgage fraud. It should be noted that the 10 agents in question were already under suspicion of committing fraud already. So there is a bit of a sample bias here. It's not like 60% of real estate agents nationwide are committing mortgage fraud.
Your generosity.
Out of the mortgage agents, mortgage brokers that were contacted, 1 in 5 were willing to commit mortgage fraud. So 20% of those contacted were willing to salt and pepper, were willing to get creative with the documents and submit them to the lender for a fee. 20% is still better than 60%, 80%, but anything over 0% is obviously way too much. As for the banks, the investigation didn't provide any data on how many banks were looked at, how many underwriters were contacted, etc. We only heard the one story from Scotiabank. So it's not clear the extent to which this is a widespread problem within Canada's Big 5, Big 6 banks. And stuff like this, it's bad for everybody. It's bad for the consumers, it's bad for the banks, it's bad for home buyers. Creates an unequal playing field with some home buyers who do play by the rules being outbid by home buyers working with real estate agents, working with mortgage brokers who are not on the same playing field as the rest of us. It is incumbent upon RICO, it is incumbent upon FSRA, it is incumbent upon the regulators, industry-wide, to get a hold of these bad apples and get them out of the industry. Most reputable mortgage brokers, real estate agents, bank employees, banks don't want the fraud in the industry because it looks bad on all of us. Whether or not this investigation will cause the regulators to get more heavily involved in the industry remains to be seen. But if they do, we'll obviously have an update out on that on this channel. Click like and subscribe if you want to get those updates. But for now, thanks so much for watching.